All right, so quick question. When you're in a fight, where are you aiming? If you said hull or just the ship, you're definitely doing combat the hard way, because the hull isn't what makes a ship dangerous. The modules are. Target the right subsystems and you can literally end fights in seconds, even against ships with over 80% hull left. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which modules to prioritize, how to hit them, and the best weapons to take them out with. But before we get into that, let's talk about why this works. Most commanders treat combat as if it were a slugfest, trying to burn their opponent's hull down to zero before their own hull hits zero. That type of mindset will trap you in long, drawn-out fights where you're chewing through ammo and praying your shields hold out just a little bit longer than theirs. So stop treating ships like a Street Fighter health bar. Ships don't fight because of their hull. They fight because of their subsystems. The thrusters that keep them moving, the weapons that make them dangerous, the power plant that keeps everything powered. Take away the right module and the hull becomes irrelevant. Corvette with no drives becomes a floating target dummy. An Anaconda with a dead power plant? Good night, even at 90% hull. Targeting modules doesn't just make fights faster, it makes them safer as well. Every module you destroy is one less threat that you have to worry about. So next, let's talk about what modules should you actually target first. Not every module is worth your time. Some of them, like the cargo hatch or scanner, don't matter in a fight. If you want to win consistently, you need to focus on the subsystems that directly affect the outcome. In my opinion, these are the ones you're going to want to focus on the most. First, your thrusters. This is essentially your easy button. Take out the drives and you've basically won the fight, no matter what ship you're fighting against. A cutter, an Anaconda, even an FDL. Once the thrusters are gone, they're just floating targets waiting to be finished. You can freely reposition at will, and they can't do anything about it but spin helplessly. Next, we have the power plant. If you want the quickest end, then definitely go for that power plant. Once it hits zero, the whole ship has a chance to explode with every subsequent hit that it takes. Hell, even a light breeze will finish the job. It doesn't matter if the hull is at 90% or 9%. Once that plant hits zero, they're pretty much done and it's pretty much GG's. After that, we have frame shift drive. If you're interdicting a trader or chasing down a pirate, hitting that FSD means they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. You don't always need to destroy it either. Once it drops below 80% integrity, it can and will start malfunctioning, buying you just enough time to finish off the job. And then we got the weapons, because sometimes you don't want to kill a ship. You may just want to defang it. Targeting a ship's hardpoints will strip away an enemy's firepower piece by piece, to where suddenly the ship that was shredding you apart just a second ago is now running for the hills if you didn't take out its thrusters or FSD first. But these are the modules that can swing a fight if taken out. The trick is knowing which one to go for depending on the situation. Once you know what to target, the next question is how. How do you actually land those shots when the fight had descended into madness? The first step is super simple, but oftentimes it's overlooked. Go into the menus and bind a button for target next subsystem. The last thing you want to be doing is fumbling through a bunch of menus to target a subsystem in the middle of a fight. With a dedicated button bound, you're able to freely cycle quickly and lock in and start applying pressure to the module as soon as the shields drop. Next is awareness. You need to know where these modules sit on the different ships. Thrusters are almost always going to be at the back of the ship. Power plant tend to sit dead center under a ship's belly for the most part, but that definitely changes from ship to ship. The bigger the ship, the easier these modules are to see and hit. So next time you're in a red site, spend a few minutes just observing where different modules sit on different ship hulls. That awareness will pay off in the long run fast, I promise you. The more familiar you get, the less time you'll waste getting into position and lining up your shots. Most importantly, you won't just be spraying your ammo into your enemy's armor. And this is where weapon choice comes into play. Fixed weapons are going to be king for module damage, as they hit hard and can punch deep. But don't you dare sleep on gimbals, as they too will do damage, just so long as they're kinetic weapons and not lasers. If you want module sniping to actually work in practice, you need the right build for it. For your weapons, railguns are going to be the gold standard because of their penetration and precision. A couple of well-placed shots can cripple a power plant or drives faster than anything else in-game. Plasma accelerators are another heavy hitter. They punch modules hard if you can land the shot. Cannons are a bit slower, but one good hit can devastate a subsystem. Missiles, be it dumbfire or packhound, excel at shredding modules in just a few volley. And then the gimbaled options definitely deserve some love too. If you're newer to fixed weapons, gimbaled multis are a reliable way to keep steady pressure on subsystems as well. They're definitely not going to punch as deep or hard as rails, but they'll consistently chip away at the modules without demanding pinpoint accuracy on the pilot's part, which is perfect for newer bounty hunters and combat pilots in general. For the ship itself, hardpoint placement decides whether a ship is good for module sniping or not. The Fer-de-Lance is one of the best. Its centerline hardpoints make rails and plasma shots land exactly where you're aiming. The Vulture is another killer option. Its twin-mounted hardpoints and maneuverability let you stay glued to a target's modules and burn them off with ease. But honestly, fly whatever your heart desires. Just pick your hunting grounds accordingly. That's module targeting in a nutshell. Next time you're in a fight, pick one module and commit to it. And just watch what happens when you stop shooting the hull and start shooting what actually matters. Try it once. I promise you'll never go back. But till we meet out in the black, fly safe, fly dangerous. Midnight out. 07, Commander.